Hi, this is Gerald, TarotStache. This is a video about the creation of Fireside Friends, which is a fabric landscape I made for a good friend. Here are some inspiration photos. This good friend of mine recently celebrated a birthday, and his wife had a surprise party for him. All of these photos were taken around fires that Jeffrey and I experienced and shared with he and his wife at his house. I really like this close-up because you'll see some of the details that I transferred later into the piece. One of the first things that I do is I lay out the sketching and I create a border using thread. Then I had picked out all of these fabrics that I could use for the fire. While the inspiration photos didn't really have a whole lot of background visible, I went ahead and added the sky and the grass and a bit of a horizon. Lots of pins involved with that. I've sewn the background layers down, and I use a variety of colored thread in order to be able to get some interest when you look up closely. When I am sewing with fabric and making these fabric paintings, it's the thread play I really enjoy because it adds a depth and a variation of color. From the pile of fabrics that you saw at the beginning, I cut out little pieces, things that would look like logs, and I have just piled them into where I want to create the fire. So this, taking pictures of it, gives me an idea of whether or not this will help. You'll see a nice variety of colors and textures. So I've pinned down the first layer so that I can build the fire up through multiple layers. If you look to the right side of the screen, I have pulled those. You can see the logs, you can see the flames. I'll add those pieces over 3 or 4 layers using thread play to create some additional interest. Layer 1 fabrics have been sewn down. For those, I'm just sewing them with straight lines, getting them to lay flat so that I can pin another layer on top of them. You can start to see the building of the layers of the bonfire. Layers 2 and 3 have been sewn down. On some of this, you can start to see where I'm using thread play to make the logs and the flames appear. And pinning the final layer, this final layer needed to be very, very light so that the flames looked as hot as they were. So the pieces that I'm laying down are cut randomly to represent different logs. And you can also see that I have taken the logs below the boundary that I set. I think that makes it very, very exciting. All of the layers are sewn down. I think it's fascinating for me as an artist to see how all of that thread play works with the layers of fabrics to create this image. I think it's really quite nice. I'm glad I added that lightness because it allows more depth in the flames. I added blue thread work for the flames because that is where some of the depth really comes alive when working with thread painting and fabric layout. It's all completed. I really enjoy how the green behind the flames really help the flames pop a bit more. Now I have to think about hanging, how I'm going to hang it, and I'm going to be adding pockets to the back. I like giving my pieces a title, and Jeffrey came up with Fireside Friends. I did this using my machine, just straight stitches. There's the back that you won't see because it will be hidden inside the pocket. I like noticing the thread on the back of the piece, and I like showing that so people can enjoy that if they would so choose. My friend really loved it. I enjoyed creating it. And yes, this was created in probably about 20 hours of work. So I'm very happy about it. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment if you would like to see more of my creative endeavors.